Welcome to GOA365 English News Bulletin. I am Leena and these are the headlines. Sudin gets power, Subhash social welfare R&D, Nilkant gets fisheries, Reginaldo gets GIDC, Ganesh Gaokar gets GTDC, SGPDA, NGPDA go to Daji, Jennifer, Giant Killer Ullas gets KTC. Congress leader Dharmesh Saglani released on bail today evening. Crime branch had detained Saglani for his alleged involvement in extortion case. House completely gutted in fire last night at Mapusa. Took 3 hours for firefighters to douse blaze. And now for the news in detail. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has awarded portfolios to the 3 new ministers who were recently sworn in. Sudin Dhavrikar has got power, Nilkant Harankar has got fisheries and Subhash Pardesai has got social welfare.
Chief Minister along with 8 ministers were sworn earlier and the portfolios distributed a week later. The balance 3 ministers were sworn in on April 9. However, portfolios were allotted today. Here are the details of the portfolios. Ramakrishna Sudin Dhavrikar, Power, New and Renewable Energy, Housing. Nilkanta Halankar, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services, Factories and Boilers. Subhash Pardesai, Social Welfare, River Navigation, Archives and Archaeology. Samip Narvekar for GOA365 from Panji.
The arrested Congress leader Dharmesh Saglani was released on bail today evening. The crime branch had detained Saglani for his alleged involvement in extortion case.
Saglani had given the Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant quite a scare in Sankhli, losing to him by only 650 votes. Saglani and his lawyers too spoke to GOA365 on his release.
As a statement for Tirla, justice has prevailed. I trust in law. I trust in judiciary. I had cooperated with the police before. I will cooperate in future. Let the people know the truth. People already know the truth. I don't have to pronounce it or I have to say it. Sakai karang sagalang khabar asa, and goy karang sagalang khabar asa. But dev bol. But
na पण extortionचे तुझे केस
no comments. तुम्ही सगळे जाणा सांगपाची गरज नाही.
Political motivate आहे दिसत मला सर.
सांगपाची गरजच नाही तुमका.
Co-accused are known to you or not?
I don't want to comment any more further because I've already told you that justice has prevailed. Truth will come out. Matter is sub judice. The truth will come out. I'm ready to cooperate with the law. That's what I've assured to the court as well as to the police. Thank you very much.
The operative part is that he is released on bail and to the satisfaction of the IO, he has to give a personal bond and 2 sureties of the like amount, and he is released 50,000 rupees sureties, 2 sureties of 50,000 and personal bond of 50,000.
If any conditions?
Normal conditions that are there in any bail application, those conditions will be applicable to him.
How many days he has to attend?
There is no specification as such, as and when required by the IO, and we have always cooperated. It's not that we will not cooperate.
Just to appear some 5 days before. Okay. He has to appear for 5 days.
10 days. 10 days, as and when required.
So how is case seen?
See, the court has appreciated our case, and the police also will get a chance to do whatever they have to do. Ultimately, the righteous will prevail. That's all. That is the matter. Satyamev Jayate, let's see how it happens.
Amar Shawaria for GOA365 from Panjim.
Nobody will dispute that Margao needs more parking space. Parking is a major issue faced by both Margao residents as well as those visiting the city. But despite being allocated funds in 2012, Margao Municipal Council has not been able to construct a multi-level parking. To make matters worse, the DME wants the civic body to return borrowed funds. Here's more.
The Margao municipality has not been able to sort out the multi-level parking issue that has been hanging fire for decades, even though the people are crying for parking in the city. Listen to what the MMC chairperson had to say.
Multi-level parking. आता आम्ही multi-level parking आता कितले आम्ही bid केले, tenders float केले. Nobody is bidding. आता DMA किती म्हणता, that fund which is there, you return it back and pass a resolution to give Sudak the Mundata, which is nobody is bidding. No, return means, see, now this money is there with the municipality from I think from 2012. They given for the Golden Jubilee. So now so many years now the money is there with the municipality. So we have not used that money. So they were saying like now nobody is getting that. So you send it back to us and you give a new proposal to this Suda.
How many attempts were made by the municipality for tendering this project?
Three times.
3 times.
Yeah.
None.
No, nobody beat it because the price is not feasible for them.
Okay.
The price, the GRS price, what is there, they're saying it is very low. That is not feasible for them for this project.
So DME is hopeful of that G Suda would do it.
Yeah. We'll have to pass a resolution to give it to them.
Would you don't think that this is a failure from the MMC because they cannot go ahead with the...
No, it's not a failure. It's only the price, because of the price. Because what we had given, that last time in last council, it was, the contract was terminated because of the price.
Sandeep Toenkar for GOA365 from Margao.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. A house was completely gutted in a fire last night at the Tawadi in Mapusa. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The owner says that he has incurred a loss of around 10 lakhs. Firefighters who arrived at the scene managed to douse the blaze in about 3 hours. Here's more on this.
A house belonging to Chandrakant, a musician, was completely gutted in a fire last night. The cause of the fire was reported to be due to a short circuit. The owner of the house claimed that cash and gold worth rupees 2.5 lakhs was lost due to the fire apart from structural damage to the house. No injuries were reported.
राती आमच्या हांगा घराक उजो लागलेलो आहा 12:30 सुमार असो पेटला तो उजो पण कसो कितें पेटलो ते वयर शॉर्ट सर्किट जालें अशें कारणाक अशें दिसता आमकां तरी ह्या कारणाक लागून उजो पेटलो तो पेटलो भरपूर आमी मागीर ते फायर ब्रिगेडीक फोन केलो ते येयले बेगीन ती येता म्हणसर ते आख्ख्या रुमाक सगळो उजो पेटलो भरपूर उजो लागलो तो तरी तेंचे बाबडे येवन बाबडे ती गाडी ती व्हडली न्हू हेवटेन वाटूय मातशी कमी आहा त्या कारणाक ते अशें एडजस्ट करून मागीर तेंचे पायप हाडले ते मागीर सगळं भरपूर मेहनत केली तेंच्यांनी सुद्दां खूब मेहनत केली तेंचे आभार मानता पण तरी तेंच्यांनी बाबड्यान धडपड करून जिवा खेळून सुद्दां तेंच्यांनी ते उजो पालेलो आमकां इतले जवळ जवळ जातले आमकां लुकसाण कितें आमचे भांगर आसले पयशे आसले न्ही कबाडात आख्खे सगळे काबार जाला आनी टीव्ही 2 फ्रीज 2 टीव्ही गेले आमच्यो साऊंड सिस्टम बी आसले सगळे भांडी बी सगळे आमचे वॉशिंग मशीन हे भांडीचे पळय कशे हाल जाला पळय सगळे मेल्ट जावन गेल्या
अदमास कितलो लुकसाण
म्हाका तरी दिसता जवळ जवळ एक 10 लाखाच्या भितर आसपास आहा ते आनी अशें जाता आमचें कित्याक घर सुद्दां अख्खे पडलेले आहा.
The fire was reported at around 12:30 am, after which firefighters from Mapusa Fire Department reached the site. However, due to the narrow roads leading to the house, firefighters found it hard to reach the site. Fire departments from Porvorim and Panaji were later called in too. Firefighters, however, managed to get to the fire and douse the flame by around 3 am.
रातचो 00:40 कॉल आयले की घरा उजो पेटला म्हणून दत्तवाडी म्हापसा बिहायंड भाग्योदय हॉस्पिटल. आमी इमिडिएटली टर्न आउट केलो आनी थिंगा वयता जाल्यार नॅरो रोड आनी थिंगा घराक उजो पेट्टालो कंप्लीट. सो आमी दुसरो टर्न आउट आपयलो म्हापसा फायर स्टेशन दुसरी गाडी आनी एक आपयली पोरवोरची आनी ती पावना म्हणून आमी पणजे हेडक्वॉर्टराची आपयली आनी हांव अख्खो घराचो उजो आमी पालयलो आनी भितर 2 सिलिंडर पेट्टाले ते आमी एक्सटिंग्विश करपाक उदक मारून ते कूल करून आमी समावान भायर हाडले.
कोणाक इंजर्ड
बिंजर्ड कोण ना.
तो समजा की पयशे असले भांगर असले
पयशे आमकां मेळोंक ना भांगर मेळ्ळे ते पूण मेळ जाल्ले तेंचे हँडेड ओवर तो ओनराचे हँडेड ओवर केल्या विथ तेंचे मनशा तेंचो ओनर घराचो ओनर आसलो तेच्या कडेन दिले.
कितें तो म्हणटा की 10 लाखाचें नुकसान जालें कॅमेरा असले म्हणटा आनी कितें
जातले प्रेप्रोजेक्ट डायगलार जातले अशें दिसता.
Sandeep Kamalkar for GOA365 from Mapusa.
A cement-carrying truck moving towards INS Mandovi crashed into a temple at Margao's Vere early today morning. Witnesses present at the scene say that the accident took place after the brakes of the truck failed. A part of the temple structure was damaged in the accident. However, no injuries were reported.
रात्री 1:15 सुमार एक हो इन्सिडंट घडला की हो ट्रक नवीन वयतालो सिमेंट घेवन आणि तो सांगता ब्रेक फेल जाला म्हणून आणि तो डायरेक्ट येऊन एक स्कूटरीक आणि एका काराक त्यांनी धक्को दिला आणि तो डायरेक्ट आमच्या देवस्थानाच्या इथून येऊन भितर सरला तो आणि आमच्या कमीत कमी एक 500 लाख हे लुकसाण झालं आमकां. आमी तेंकां ओनराक सांगला फक्त आमचे हे बांदून दी तूं आमकां इतके पुरो आनी कांय नाका आमकां सांगला तेका.
कितल्यांक घडली ही घटना?
2:15 राती घडल्या.
ब्रेक फेल जाला त्याने.
तो सांगता ब्रेक फेल जाला आता काडटकूच कळटले आणि तो तेणी हांगर मारूंक नासल्यो जाल्यार ह्यो गाडयो सगल्यो गेल्ल्यो. आमी मागणें केल्या आणि तेंच्यांनी सांगला बांदून दिता म्हणून आतां सांगला तेंच्यांनी काय लेखी काय बरोवन दिवना ते चालू आहा सध्या. तेजो एडवोकेट बीन येयला.
This shows the level of suspicion among sections of society towards government. An inspection of Vasco Bay by JCZMA expert committee got the residents of the area in a tizzy. Alleging that they were not aware of the reason behind the unannounced inspection, they stopped them from going any further. Here are the details.
This inspection was being carried out for MPT projects in the area, the GCZMA officials informed. According to them, the MPT is planning to construct a fishing harbour and other allied infrastructure projects at Vasco Bay. However, the projects needs a certification. As a follow-up to this inspection by GCZMA expert committee was carried out on Tuesday. However, locals stopped them, arguing they had no idea what was behind the inspection.
इन्स्पेक्शन करपा हा म्हणटाय म्हणल्यार आमकां कांयच खबर ना इन्स्पेक्शन कसलें आनी कितें आहलें तें.
तुमकां नोटीसीस बीन काय?
आमकां नोटीसीस बीन कांय ना, घराकूय ना भोटकारां ना बोनेवकारांक कोणाकूय कांय नोटीस नाय. हे येता आनी इन्स्पेक्शन करता म्हणटाय. अरे इन्स्पेक्शन केसलें कोणाक कळपा जाय. आमी हिंगा आमचो रायट आमी रावपी हिंगा आमचे धंदो चलता हिंगा. आमकां कांय कन्सल्टंट घेवन आमकां कांय कॉन्फिडन्सान घेयनासतना हे इन्स्पेक्शन करून येता एमपीटीचे आनी हे CRZचे. मग हे कितें चलना? हे कितें हे चोराचो धंदो चल्ला, कोणाचो धंदो चल्ला? अरे ही गांवकार आहे मरे, आमकां विचार आहे मरे. विचार नासतना आतां तेन्ना जेन्ना आमी तेंकां सगळे लोक एकठांय जावन विचारले तेन्ना म्हणपा लागले ते बाबा तुमकां खबर ना जाल्यार आमी कोण नाही सर्वे वयताय म्हणपा लागले. म्हणजे चोरू येयलोले हे चोरांक आमी धरले. तेका लागून हे चोर आयज ऑफिसर हे ऑफिसर शिकलोले मनीस हे धांवले.
आयज आमची तेंक घरा लागून मिटींग घाल्ले फोनेकर एसोसिएशनान आमी आज मिटींग घेतलेली आणि आमी थिंगा मिटींग घालले आणि आमचे किस्तोद बाबा थिंगा सोडा व्हरपाक कितें येयलो सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक व्हरपाक. थंय गाडी घेवन कोण इन्स्पेक्शना देंवताय घरा इन्स्पेक्शन करपाक. तेणी सांग कांय खबरच ना आनी कोणा सांगूंक ना ताणें इन्स्पेक्शन येताय म्हणून. एटलीस्ट लोकांक पळोवपा तर जाय, नोटीस येवपा जाय, कितें तर इन्स्पेक्शन करता म्हाका सांगपा जाय. एटलीस्ट वाड्यार कॉन्सुलरा पण सांगूंक जाय. लास्ट टायम अशें केलें ताणें इन्स्पेक्शन येयलें आपणाक जाय तशी घरां मेजलें आनी गेलें आनी तेका लागून ती घरां मोडून पावलें. तेंचे हेंचेरूच नाय घरां जियाचें ना थोडें. आमकां परमिशन घेवपा जाय ना. आमी परमिशन जाल्यार तेंच्यांनी करपा पडटलें. तेंच्यांनी आपणाक जाय तशें जबरदस्ती येवन करूंक जायना. कित्याक आमी वाड्या वयले लोक आहा हिंगा. वाड्या लोक रावता. आमी सगळे वाड्या वयले हिंगाच जालोले हिंगाच रावता आमी. कितले वर्सां जाले आयज तेंका जावन येवन जाय इन्स्पेक्शन करून कशें करून दितलो आमी दिवपा नाय.
The locals had initially opposed the projects. The locals had gone to NGT and brought a stay on it. Despite this, MPT is still going ahead on the projects. The area has been marked as fishing village on CRZ notification. Still, MPT is going ahead with political pressure for cold storage facility here. Congress leader Viriyata Fernandes said.
Ultimate goal of MPT which is turned into MP in the government सगळे मेळुल्ले आसा. They are being controlled by Adani, crony capitalist. ही घरां मोडपाक so that final goal तांचो is to use it for storing coal or transportation of coal. So naturally तुमकां याद आसतली 2016 हांगा ड्रेजिंग अंडरटेक केल्या लोकांक सांगनासतना. Once you take dredging, the sand went off, सगळीं घरां व्हांवून वचपाची. And these fishermen rushed to NGT at Pune and they brought a stay. And then afterwards MPT was fined. So इतले झाला असताना you are defying. MPT is defying and MPT will not go ahead till there is political तांचे तकले राहत आसा. तो आमकां सगळ्यांक खबर आसा.
Officials said that just here for inspection. Watch.
Inspection basically CRZ inspection आशिल्लें. It's a proposed development of fishing harbour at Vasco Bay. So आज public hearing आमी 2018 घेतिल्लें ऑक्टोबरान चिकाली ग्राउंडाचेर आनी CZMP मॅप रेडी जावन आशिल्लो हाका लागून हे तांचे फायल पेंडींग आशिल्ले CRZ. So now they had come for inspection of actual site प्रपोज फिशींग जेटी, पॅसेंजर जेटी आणि आमची प्रपोज इंडियन नेव्ही कोस्ट गार्ड बर्थ आहा पळय आमी प्रपोज केल्या कोस्टल कार्गो बर्थ्स एट वास्को. So for that purpose they have come. Inspection जालें ना see we have got terms of reference validity up to 7th of May. And CRZ recommendation for this project is mandatory for uploading the documents. If that doesn't happen, then this project will delay. Further, you have to do again EIA studies. Again, we have to take terms of reference, and this will proceed by another 3-4 years. The whole idea is to develop the fishing jetty will be affected for a prolonged time, and this they have to continue to the old jetty, which is not sufficient for them. It is very temporary. So now we'll approach to CZMP again.
Hirumale for GOA365 from Vasco.
Goa has got reasonable infrastructure. However, there are still some places that still do not have basic development. The market complex of Kershi from Kartali is the best example of this. Frustrated vendors from complain about not getting customers due to bad planning in the market complex, as customers have to climb stairs to get their stuff.
In the year 2019, during the tenure of late Chief Minister Madan Parrikar, the fish and vegetable vendors from Keolosim Kotali market used to sit wherever they got place. A big market complex was built to give them the proper place as per rights. But this market is very far from residential areas and is situated on the first floor. So the customers are not ready to come. Listen to what local vendors has to say.
गिरायकू येईना नुस्त्याक काय खपना हे सगळे भोंवताय न्हू सायकलीन मोटरसायकलीन भोंवताय आनी आमी कोण गिरायक घालता हिंग बाजारां येवन
आनी स्टेपार चडपा लोक तयार ना न्हू लोकांक सकयल जाय तितून हे कितें उंच जाता तें लोकांक आनी नुस्त्याक कोण येना नुस्त्याक बाजारांत येना लोक 2-3 स्टेप ओके आसली 5-6 स्टेप म्हणजे लोकांक चडपा जाय आनी देवपा जायना.
पयलीं आमी सकयल बसत तेन्ना सकयल बाजार म्हणचे आदी गिरायक आहलें आमकां. आतां हे चड तेक लागून कोण येना कितें करया नुस्तेकारांक कितलीं आहलीं आनी हूंय आतां येता न जतीं चडोंक जायना म्हाका FIR हाडटा तीं बावडे तो इचोग मातशें वयर काडून पेन दवरिता.
वेंडर्स येवपाक जाय न्हू कोण एकली बडी येताय ती कोण पांयां कुटूत येताय तेंका चोडों जावपा नाका कितें घेतलें जाल्यार पण बायकान येयलीं सकयल कितें मेळ्ळें जाल्यार सोमतीं घेवन वचून जाता ते पावंडी चोडोन येवपाक त्रास.
तें सगळ्यांक दुकानां दिलां हिंगा बाजारान कोण येता पयलीं बाजार हिंगात येतालो बाजारान गिरायक बायलान शॉपांक आहला थंय वयता हे चडपाक कास्तीक पडटा म्हणून
गिरायक थिंग हाडे सगळे रस्त्या बसताय ना बाबा हय आनी कितें करतली तांकां कोण ती हाडपाची खबर कोनाय पंचायती हय थिंगा सगळे रस्त्या बसताय आमी आपार चोय 2 हाडटाय कोण आतां जायना कडे थोडो हाडटाय आनी कितें करपाचें आमकां जायना.
बाजार आलो सकल हाडटालो वयर हें वयर चडपाक येता त्रास पावसा उदक पडलें जाल्यार ती आमी मातरी कोण मरपा आनी पावड गेले की दिले ते मातशें व्हड जावपाक जाय मोठे जावपाक जाय मातशें रूम जावपाक जाय
नाल्यार रॅम्प दिल्यार वचपाक जाय
ते नाजाल्यार विसरल जाल्यार तेजें मातशें हेंचे काम गडगडोन सकल
मिस्टेक जाली बांदतना
बांदता मिस्टेक केली बरी मिस्टेक.
During COVID period, the vendors started selling the goods at the roadside instead of sitting in the market. Panchayat tried to bring them back into the market, but they refused, saying customers do not enter into the market. So the vendors who were sitting inside the market lost their customers. They have complained about the same. Watch.
बरो बिझनेस जातालो आनी गिरायकूय बरो जातालो सगळे लोक अशें करून रस्त्यार बसून एक नासलेले. आतां कोरोना म्हणल्यार न्ही सगळ्यान 2 म्हयने बंद दवरलो मार्केट आनी मागीर सगळ्यांक भायर आमचे गांवचे लोक जावं भायले लोकांक सगळ्यांक रस्त्यार बसून एक चान्स पडला. नांव कितें कोरोना सगळे तांकां ते फाट सरपंचान सांगलोलें वचोन सांगलोलें तुमकां आपूण भितो लुकार दिता भितो बसाय तुमी भायर इंक नाकाय म्हूण तरी उपरांत ते कोण आयकोनाय आमकां भितर तुमकां पयशे हारी करूंक जायनाय म्हणून सांगलें आनी कोण येयलें नाय. आतां सरपंचान तेंचे डायरेक्ट एक्शन घेवन तांकां 5,000 रुपया कितें फायन मारून तांकां सगळ्यांक भितो घेवपा जाय भितो हाडूंक जाय. भायर जितले रस्तो आमचे गोंयकार आहाय कोर्तालींचे विलेजीस कोण आहाय तांकां सगळ्यांक भितो हाडल्यार सगळ्यांक गिरायक भितो येतलें आनी मार्केटाकूय गिरायक मेळटलें मार्केटाक म्हणल्यार तांकां सोंपें वयतलें.
Hirumale for GOA365 from Kortalim.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Zagor is a famous Goan art form. There are many forms of Zagors which are performed in different parts of the state. One of these traditional Zagors was performed yesterday at Prior village.
This Zagor usually takes place after the Ramnavami celebration. The origin is in folk dramas. These are normally a mixture of dialogue, drama and songs. The meaning of Zagor is staying awake. So a Zagor performance usually starts late night and ends early in the morning. Let's watch some visuals from Zagor which was performed at Priyal Ponda. Bureau Report GOA365.
Isolated rainfall and thunder showers are likely to continue until the 14th of April, says the Met Department. Rain will be accompanied by lightning and strong winds today. As such, locals are warned to avoid standing in open fields or taking shelter under trees and other tall structures.
Maximum and minimum temperature is likely to hover at around 35 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius respectively. An increase in maximum temperature by around 2 degrees Celsius is expected in the next 48 hours, followed by a drop by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius thereafter. The weather is likely to remain dry on the 15th and 16th. There are no weather or fishermen warnings issued so far. Isolated rainfall to continue until the 14th. Lightning and strong winds to accompany rain today. Maximum and minimum temperatures today 35 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius respectively. Weather to remain dry on the 15th and 16th. Haze is likely at isolated areas today. Maximum temperature to rise by 2 degrees Celsius in the next 48 hours. No weather or fishermen warnings issued so far. Bureau Report GOA365 with inputs from IMD.
With that, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. Take care, stay safe and keep watching GOA365.